We know that the audience reaction to Lord of the Rings of Power on Amazon Prime Video has been abysmal, not only on Rotten Tomatoes, but on Metacritic and basically anywhere that isn't controlled by Amazon. Because as we know, we saw a lot of things going on with IMDb, which, oh, by the way, is owned by Amazon, as well as Amazon themselves not letting people review it for over a week on their own platform. And then even after that, severely filtering out all of the bad reviews. One thing that I'm not sure many people expected, though, were for Amazon's own analysts to have a problem with it. When Amazon's own analysts start calling this out for the boring garbage that it is. So boring, in fact, that they fell asleep. That's not even a fucking joke. Amazon analyst fell asleep watching woke Rings of Power over here on Breitbart. Tim Forte, an Amazon analyst, said he was worried about the performance of the company's billion-dollar Rings of Power boondoggle, as he should be. And sure enough, what happened? He fell asleep. Now, we feel you, bro. We're there. A lot of people have fallen asleep during Rings of Power because it's pointless, because the dialogue just drags on and on and on senselessly with nothing really going on. Constant attempts to be pseudo-intellectual or pretend to offer some wisdom or something in the dialogue, when in reality, it's just a bunch of garbage. Amazon analyst said he fell asleep watching the company's Lord of the Rings of Power TV show, making him even more worried the billion-dollar project may be a bust. Amazon analyst Tim Forte was already concerned about the performance of the company's Lord of the Rings TV show, but after he watched several episodes, he became even more worried. We fell asleep during our first viewings of episodes 1, 3, and 4, and have not watched episode 5 yet due to a combination of not enjoying the first 4 and a busy schedule. Forte, an analyst at D.A. Davidson, wrote in a recent note to investors, "The show is one of Amazon's biggest bets ever, and of course it's been met with poor user reviews online." Forte said he was originally hopeful ahead of the show's launch, but has gotten more bearish as the weeks progress. We know about Rotten Tomatoes. We know about everywhere. We know about all the user reviews. They have been fucking terrible. Going into the launch, he expected the audience score to start low but creep up, but it hasn't happened. Nearly 1 month after its September launch and 5 episodes in an 8-episode season, the audience response is far worse than we initially expected and is not improving, Forte explained to his investors. Like, how fucking bad is it when someone who is there to be an analyst for your company, who's an analyst for Amazon, can't even stay awake to watch this garbage? But they're telling us though, right? What is Rings of Power telling us? 100 million people have watched since launch globally. 100 million people. Man, there's two things that could be possible. Either they're lying about those numbers, which no one should really be shocked about if that is the case, or manipulating them some way. Or if it's true that 100 million people have given this a try, how pathetic is it that you have to continue to hide reviews? You have to continue to delete 1-star reviews, not allow perfectly valid 1-star reviews on your platform. How pathetic is it that you had to stop any and all reviews on your own website for over a week? If you really have this many people watching it, and if they're saying as glowing things about it as you say they are, well, then that shouldn't be a problem, right? Except we know the reality. The reality is people do not like this show. People are not accepting this series. People aren't interested. They're tuning out. The person who has maybe more invested than anyone else, an Amazon analyst, couldn't even watch it. He fell asleep. He was bored out of his mind. Man, we have all been there, especially if you've tried or attempted to watch Rings of Power. It is horrifically boring. It's hard to believe that we're at the season finale already, when not too much has really pushed this plot forward. Rings of Power, a complete and total disaster, so much so that people who work at Amazon, that are analyzing Amazon, people that are Amazon analysts, can't even stay awake.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.